I think it'll be everywhere. I think pretty much every prediction, every study, every opinion survey or examination of investments that are being made are coming up with the same results. We are looking at an explosion of Internet of Things application deployments over the next decade for sure. So we started our first formal project on the Industrial Internet of Things the same month that the Industrial Internet Consortium started. So we've been good partners all the way along. I think there's probably a few barriers in terms of the growth of Industrial Internet of Things. I mean, certainly infrastructure, the required infrastructure is a very important one. I think social acceptance, understanding. I think understanding of some of the ethical implications and policy implications, I think are also important. And I think also the ability to be able to measure the value of new outcome-based services is something that a number of companies are still trying to work through as to how do you actually put together a business case to really invest in scale. So there's a number of ethical implications for the Industrial Internet of Things, not least of which, of course, is privacy, but also security, also safety. There's also a number of situations where we will be encoding decisions into real-time operations, where there may be some ethical trade-offs to consider between different values that we might protect. And we'll need to be thinking about those in advance of deployment. I think probably there's going to be a number of different aspects to dealing with this, but certainly one that we start to see already is the idea that companies develop an internal board of ethics. So as they start to think about new products and start to think about new services, that they actually have a capability internally to really think about what could be the implications from a privacy, security, human safety, systemic resilience point of view, and what levels of risk are we willing to take as an organization. I think partnerships is a critical foundation of the future of Industrial Internet of Things. Certainly it's possible for individual companies to develop some new services based upon the sensors they can have within their own products. But what really drives value and what really creates interesting solutions and what really creates value that end user customers care about is when you start to combine the capabilities of different types of companies, and then collectively you bring those capabilities to bear to drive towards the outcome that the customer really cares about. The event's been excellent. I think it's been extremely well put together. It's been great to see the test beds, to really ground the discussion in real life applications with partnerships. The Congress, I think, has been an excellent success. There's been fantastic speakers all the way through, and it's been really fantastic, and I look forward to seeing it grow bigger and better next year again. I think artificial intelligence is clearly a topic that's beginning to pick up right now. I think when you start to think about machine learning and how that is deployed or applied in an industrial IoT setting, that might be one. The three biggest challenges facing IoT, number one is security. I think increasingly people who are thinking about deploying IoT from a business point of view, and governments are aware of the security implications. I think the second is interoperability and how we ensure interoperability across different industries. And then I think the third is going to be having business leaders and policy leaders understand both the opportunities and the risk, and engaging with them in a dialogue to make sure that we use IoT as a force to drive value for everyone.